Hello, everybody. Joe Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, where last time we left off. Beat up Raiko, really long episode. Like, just over 3 hours. Like, holy shit. We were in for the long haul yesterday. Which, it actually was yesterday. I'm actually recording 2 days in a row. What a crazy concept. But it is the weekend, so I have no excuse not to, even though I did think about not doing it today, because I'll be honest, I'm having a bit of a tummy something issue today, so if you ever hear me, like, groan in pain and, like, throw my headset off, and, like, my panicked, like, footsteps, like, stomping through the house as I fade off into the distance, that's why. I won't gross you out with the details, but you can probably imagine enough based off that description, so it seems to have mostly subsided, but who knows? Who knows? It must have been that $8 porterhouse steak I had yesterday. Like, way oversalted it. I don't know. Did something to it. Made my body feel like I just drank a bunch of seawater. And, like, am about to die. But, I don't know. I literally don't know what it could have done. What it could have been. Ooh, words. Words are hard. Especially hard when it's, like, almost 7 o'clock. And I've been up all day. Ugh, just relaxing. Be chilling. I'm playing a lot of Uma Musume again. Now that my... I just have more free time to do something to waste my time. I've been ping-pong in between that and, like, FF14 on my days off. Which, I was surprised and confused when I started playing Uma Musume again. Because I guess, like, part of the update that they just did, they, like, completely rebalanced some stuff. So I'm like, why can't my horsies run like they used to? Like, do I gotta send them to the factory? But no. No, it's just I had to, like, watch a YouTube video. I'm like, oh, guts actually matters now. Instead of being, like, literally the dumb stat you can ignore. Fucking win the finale with, like, a total of 80 guts. And it's not a problem, but now they actually want you to care about it a little. It's still not that important. It's still probably, like, the worst stat. But you do need it a little bit for some units. Units? Runners? I don't know what you want to call them. The horses. Anywho. That's what I've been doing all morning, all afternoon. Doing that, bouncing between YouTube videos, watching like a 5-hour fucking video essay on Nobunaga's Ambition. I never played one of those games. It looks fun. I might download it now. Might buy one. One of those game series where it's been going on for 40 years, so, take your pick. But who knows? Other than that, the only real interesting thing I did today was I bought a new microphone boom arm. Because, well, I think the one I currently got's getting a little bit old. Like, the springs are losing some tension. It doesn't hold up the microphone as well as it used to. One of the, like, knobs to tighten the screws is right where the cable is supposed to go for my Shure, however you're supposed to pronounce it, the XLR cable. It's like bumping right into it, and I know they have like custom made like microphone boom mounts for this microphone, so I got one. It's like $40. Should be in tomorrow, so I'll be able to set that up. It's a lot bigger, so hopefully I'll be able to get my microphone in a better position, because right now it's kind of annoying. You probably hear me like when I lean away or turn my head away from the microphone. If I go to the right, like, you can probably hear that it sounds a lot quieter. That's because my microphone is positioned more to my left. Like, if I stare at the monitor, it is on the left half instead of, like, in the middle. Or split the monitor into thirds vertically. It's within that, like, left third instead of the middle third, where it should be. That's just because the microphone is, or the microphone arm is a little too short, because also right underneath it I have my coffee pot and the hot plate to keep it warm. And if I lower the microphone boom arm enough to where it is in the middle, it's touching the hot plate and the coffee pot, which probably isn't very good for it, so I had to make the unfortunate decision to put it on the left side instead of all the way in the middle, so that way I can still have a place to put my coffee pot. Trying times, I know. But because the new one's a lot taller, it shouldn't be an issue about getting it to reach the very center. Yeah, other than that, I was curious. I couldn't help myself. to know how far along we are and how much more we have to go. And oh boy, we still got some fucking meat on this bone to chew on. Oh my god. Now, I don't know specifics. I just checked the Steam achievement list because fortunately they were nice enough to not put like descriptions about for what each achievement is. It's just like song of whatever. Like, I think for retaking the capital, it was either like Song of Rule or Song of Return or something. And it's like, if you know, you know. But the rest of them, it's just like, I don't know. And it turns out there's like 8 more of those. Like, 8 more big story moments that are achievement worthy to get through. So that's like more than 10 parts. Is this like a fucking 100-hour long game? Like, oh my god. You're gonna be here forever. I need to like actually record every single day instead of only doing a couple times a week. If I do that, then I'd be done in like 2 weeks instead of like a month of effort. But I don't know. We'll see how well I'm able to stick to that. I tend to do good in like 4-day bursts, and then it's like, I earned a day off, and then that day off also coincides with the next day being stuff that I have to go to, and then I can't record, and then it's like, I've been working at work all day, and now I'm too tired, and I'm not in the right mindset to record, and then the next thing you know, it's been like 5 days without me recording. It's like, oops. It's really easy to fall off the wagon. But fortunately, we're still on the wagon for now. And we are going to steer that motherfucker towards Tusker. I think. Maybe. Let's find out. Reika's voices resound across the deck as we leave the harbor.
まさか君が密命をね。先の戦からまだ日も浅い。しばらくは正常の御元にとどまるものと思っていた。
Well, perfect time to slip out, I guess. When things are kind of still a little hectic, no one will really notice.
他の者には任せられぬ大事な用向きでしたな。
Or it provides the perfect cover.
それがしが行くこととなりました。
Even if they do notice, they'll just assume, oh, Oshtor is probably off doing something. Patching the cracks somewhere that we're not privy to.
君がそういうのだ。それだけの使命を帯びたのだろう。ならば何も聞かないよ。ここからは私の領域だ。向こうに着くまで船旅を楽しんでくれたまえ。
Sounds good to me.
かたじけない。ソヤン・ケクル殿がまだテートにいてくれて助かりました。
Man, that's a long way to row a boat.
ちょうどオムチャッコ川に商船団を呼び寄せたところだったからね。船で行ける場所ならどこにでも送り届けてみせるよ。
With that, Soyenkeker strides to the ship's bow to command his crew. Carried by the wind, the ship begins picking up speed as it glides over the water. After reuniting with my brother, I debated with myself on how to go about this, and decided to head out on my own. It's a good thing I've been prepared for a while now to leave on short notice. It's not that I was running away. I just wanted some time alone to cool my head. I didn't tell anybody I was leaving, but I left a note behind, so they shouldn't be too worried. So he thinks.
マスターキーを探す旅だ。せっかくだからこの旅じっくり楽しませてもらおう。
Yeah, enjoy some like Mai Tais, some like pina coladas on the boat ride over.
少し喉が渇いたな。リンタンの実でももらってくるか。結構やみつきなんだよな。
どうぞ、お茶です。
Oh, thanks, Fumuro. So kind.
すまな。え？
どういたしまして。
ふみ出てたな。
はい。
なぜここに。
Oh, she's going home.
はい。
なぜここにいる。
なぜと言われましても。私はクーちゃんのお蕎麦好きですから。
お蕎麦好きってことはまさか。
Slowly, my gaze turns to where Fumuro is looking. The person standing there has a wide smile on her face, but I can clearly see a vein throbbing in her forehead. Shiver runs down my spine.
クオン。
どうして黙って行こうとするのかな。
She sounds calm, but her smile definitely doesn't reach her
いや
eyes.
待て、別に黙っていたわけでは。
まさか手紙を置いてきたからとか言わないよね。
まずい。体操ご立腹であらせられる。
I mean, you did, like, give the entire capital the Irish goodbye, so...
主様、お食事の支度が整いました。なんであなたたちまで。意味不。主様の隣こそが
Yep, where he goes,
私
they
たち
go.
の居場所です。それでまだあの時のお話も終わってないよね。
There's still tons of people around. Can't let her talk about that stuff here. I lunge forward, covering Kuan's mouth with my hand. Don't lick it, don't bite it. Ah, she bit it! That was not a gentle bite.
くーちゃんたらお行儀が悪いですよ。
Yes, very unwomanly.
そんなことより主様、海の強い日差しは当たりすぎるとよくありません。日陰を用意いたしましたので。
おい。
You don't want to get a tan like some fucking peasant working the fields. The twins each grab at an arm. Too many A's in that sense. And I'm forced to walk with them. そんなことって勝手にどこへ連れてく気かな。 Away from your fucking chomping maws, Jesus. Maws, plural, singular, maw. I hear Kuan yelling behind me as I'm guided to the back of the deck. Looks like they've prepared a large umbrella with a cloth mat laid out underneath it. On top of the mat, there's a beautiful glass bowl filled with rintans. Yeah, rintans chilled in ice. The sight alone is enough to make me feel refreshed. The twins lift one from the bowl and open a hole in the side, pouring its contents into a cup.
よく冷えてる。リンタンの実を冷やしておきました。飲み頃です。
Alright, sounds like they're coconuts.
喉の渇きも相まってとてもうまそうなんだが。クオンの視線がなんというか。
You want one?
痛い。
You can like eat them after we drink the juice.
そうだ。クオンたちも一緒にどうだ。立ち話もなんであろう。
そんなこと言ってまたごまかそうとは。
Correct.
まあよろしいのですか。どうぞ同志フミリル。
Yeah, Fumiral's not a threat.
歓迎します。フミリル？
Well, not an apparent one. She might be the most like dangerous sleeper threat. But she has no outward ambitions. With a quick gulp, I down the contents of my cup so Fumiral can pour me some. As the liquor splashes into my cup, I can feel something soft pressing against my arm.
変わらず無防備だ。なんと心地よい感触。ってちょっとおい。
Damn, bro, just living the life out here. I look behind me to see the twins rubbing my back and legs, as if to compete with her.
これたまらなんという極楽。
My eyes droop. For a moment, I'm lost in relaxing, sunny bliss.
夢見心地のまま溶けていきそうだ。やがて何か忘れているような。
Yeah, the broad staring daggers into your back right now. Kuan watches the entire thing, glaring daggers. Somehow, her icy stare is even more chilling than the Rintan juice was. The evening turns to night, and as everybody else starts heading to bed, I make my way to the deck alone. I watch the water flow and ebb in our wake. The waves are quiet tonight. Staring out to sea, I let my mind wander. I need a plan. It's my first move when I arrive in Tusker. I was in such a rush to leave, I didn't really think of the future. I should probably come up with some kind of plan now. Just as I'm gathering my thoughts, I hear footsteps behind me. Kuan's.
すまん。 やはりもう白に戻るわけにはいかない。
そうなんだ。
いつ誰に聞かれるかわからない。もう白と呼んではならない。
Otherwise, they could piece it together and, you know, fucking pull the rug out right from underneath us. Expose the truth to everybody, and then it's like, uh-oh.
苦労をかけるな。ありがとう。
He's like a key pillar of, like, the new state now that we've won and are back in the capital. You know, the story is, you know, oh, you know, the honorable Oshtor cast out from the capital by the scheming viziers, you know, reconvened and heroically rallied the countryside and took back the capital in the name of their liege as the Imperial Guard of the Right, fulfilling his duty. But then if they find out, you know, oh, Oshtor isn't even Oshtor, then things just start falling apart. You'd have to answer some really uncomfortable questions. We stand in silence for a while. The waves seemed louder than they did moments ago.
これからどうするの？
Their question is quiet.
兄貴と約束したからな。マスターキーを探しに。
そうじゃなくて、まだオシトルを続ける気なの？
Yeah, you gonna be Oshtor forever, or...?
それとも話してたように帝の後を継ぐの？
いや、皆がオシトルを必要としなくなる時が来たら、その時は静かに消えようと思う。いろいろと旅してみるのも面白いかな。
それじゃあその時は
Yeah, you can do it with us.
なんでもない。
Alright.
ねえ、オシトルはオンビタイカヤンなんだよね。オンビタイカヤンってどんな生活していたの？
It kinda sucked.
どんな国があって、どんな人たちがいて、
Really?
どんな文化があったのかな？
Unless we're talking like actual history, then we can tell you. But in his time, everyone fucking lived in bunkers under the ground.
それを語るにはとても一晩では無理だな。
いいよ。時間ならたっぷりあるから、少しずつ話していってほしいな。
Where do I begin? As my mind wanders, let my head fall back and I gaze upward. Stars beyond number dot the night
世
sky.
界はこんなに綺麗だったんだな。この景色を見ていると、昔の連中の試みも無駄ではなかったと思
綺麗じゃなかったの？
No!
える。直接地上は見たことがなかった。みんな地下で暮らしていた。
どうして？
Because the world ended, dog.
いろいろあったからな。そこでまあ気ままに暮らしてた。おせっかいな兄貴やこの兄貴の嫁さんやその娘も
Yeah, I
少
mean,
し
kept
離れた
trying
と
to
ころ
like
で暮らしてて、
telling you like, hey, dude, if you ever want to like bang your niece, it's cool. And it's like, I guess, you know, societal standards change when you're living in an enclosed, underground, cut-off society for long enough that stops being weird. But
たまに遊びに来たりしてな。
家族か。
as I talk, sharing a part of my past I'd never been able to share with anyone, I can feel a familiar lightness in my chest.
"セントラルサーバーへの無断アクセスを確認。警戒レベルを引き上げ、直ちに遮断しましたが、情報漏洩が疑われます。
You've been hacked.
我が君、
もしやとは思うが。
All right, so he knew that even just inviting them over, that they were probably going to get found out. Hasn't been that long since the war between Yamato and Tusker, so port security is pretty heavy. Koan somehow manages to get us through. Then switch to a carriage and take the road through the mountain range. The loudest carriage the world has ever heard. As we travel further, the density of traffic on the road makes it clear we're getting closer to the center of this country.
見えてきた。あの関所を越えればトゥスクルの都までもうすぐかな。
あれか。
Pretty impressive. I look up at the garrison that signifies this country's borders. We finally made it this far. I feel a strange sense of accomplishment, knowing Tusker's capital is just on the other
と
side.
ころで、本当に大丈夫なのか。以前侵攻までした大和の総大将が都入りするというのを簡単に許すとは思えんが。
Times change.
大丈夫。ちゃんと使いを走らせてあるから。オシュトルはトゥスクルとヤマトの関係修復を進めるため密かに使わされた特命大使ということになっているかな。
A little bit under the table wheeling and dealing.
いつの間に。
フミリル、なんだかご機嫌だね。
Well, yeah, they're finally home.
久しぶりにお姉様たちに会えると思うと嬉しくて。
She sounds absolutely full of joy, like a child coming home after a long trip.
クーちゃんは嬉しくないのですか？
それは嬉しいけど。
Yeah, but they're gonna make fun of you for bringing your boy back home.
そういえばクーちゃん、黙って出てきたから叱られちゃうかもしれませんね。
Koan's expression freezes.
そういえばあの時のことはクロはうまく説明してくれたよね。
I mean, he probably did, but you also left that to Kuro?
クーちゃんに一服盛られたって言っていたような。他にも正気漂う車に閉じ込められたとか。クーちゃん、そんなひどいことするなんて。
それで話を聞いてお母さん
カンカンに怒っていました。
クオン、顔色が悪いようだが、どうかしたのか。
Oh, you know, just mentally preparing for the beating.
いや、そうは言うが。
The anticipation is the worst part.
オブロース、どうぞ紙です。私たちはここで待っていますからごゆっくり。
It's
違うってば。
yeah, she's not having my issues right now. We're hoping to get through the checkpoint and head to the capital as soon as we can. But there's a lot of people lined up out front.
都入りする者たちの荷改めに少し時間がかかるようだな。
もしオシュトル様ですね。
Huh? What? Who? I suddenly hear a voice from somewhere nearby, and I see a figure descend from the air above me. Hi, Kamyu.
あなたは
ようこそトゥスクルへ。
Nice hat. How's your outfit looking? Oh, that's a cute outfit. I like the little arm bangles. Your top is cute too.
この国を代
That's
表
a good
して
design.
歓迎いたします。
ああ、トゥスクルの大使として来ていた残念美人か。しかし以前会った時とは随分と印象が違う。
まあ、神お姉様、ただいま戻りました。
ふーちゃん、おかえりなさい。いきなりいなくなるんだもん、心配したんだよ。
ごめんなさい、神お姉様。
Yeah, and she's been doing pretty good at it.
のお世話をするのが
Her stupefy on one of her attacks is really good, and her ability to like highly advanced turn order is also awesome.
だけど
ちょっとお散歩してきますってちゃんと知らせましたのに。
It was just quite the long walk.
それって全然ちょっととかじゃないよ。
そうなのですか？でも神お姉様もよくそうやって出かけられたと。
でも神は海を越えたりまではしてないし。
Kamyu puffs out her cheeks, frustrated by Fumaro's nonchalant rebuttals. Kamyu, you're like... being generous, let's round down and say Kuan is like 18. Like she's exactly 18. You're like 35, Kamyu. What are you doing?
見かけは堂々としてるが、案外中身は変わってなさそうだな。
オシトル様、案内役を務めさせていただくカミュと申しま
Fucking
す。
grown ass woman.
以前は大使の一人として帰国を訪れ、大いに歓待を受けました。その返礼のためにも精一杯のおもてなしをさせていただきます。
これはご好意、痛み入る。
Mm-hmm.
敵視している感じではないな。ひとまず安心というところか。
No one she knows died, so she doesn't care.
それはそうと。
Kamyu slowly shifts her gaze. Kuan, who's been attempting to slowly tiptoe away, suddenly freezes on the spot.
クーちゃん、どこへ行くのかな？それともかくれんぼ？自慢の尻尾見えちゃってるけど、クーちゃんってはかくれんぼだけは苦手だった
Yeah,
の
like a
ね。
moose trying to hide behind a telephone pole. Kuan begrudgingly turns around,
カミュ姉様、もしかして
furious.
怒ってる？
神は怒ってないよ。でもすごく心配した。
Oh no, she's gonna make you feel bad. That's even worse.
無理しちゃダメって言ったよね。すぐに帰ってくると思ったら勝手に抜け出して、本当に心配したんだからね。
Kamyu talks like she's admonishing a child. Kuan can't seem to muster a response, looking sheepishly down at the floor.
ごめんなさい。
なんか珍しい光景だな。
Kuan hangs her head in shame, unable to look Kamyu in the eye.
分かってくれればいいの。神からはこのくらいにしとくね。
Oh yeah, because you're gonna get much worse. Can't lump it all on at the beginning like this. Kuan gives a sigh of relief at those words.
アルちゃんとってもご機嫌斜めだったから、あんまり叱ったらかわいそうだもんね。
さっき怒ってないって。
神は怒ってないよ。
You know, everybody else though.
そんな。
There's a sudden chill in the wind. I can see the fur in Kuan's tail standing on end.
背後に何かいる。
I can sense some kind of ominous presence behind us, but they don't make a sound, like they just appeared out of thin air. I slowly turn and find a massive beast standing before me, staring me down with limp prey in its mouth, still bloody and apparently fresh caught.
よく来た。
こいつが話したのか。
No, yeah.
背に誰か。
Yeah, Otodu, whatever what this guy's name was. I forget. Sorry, little tiger guy.
と言ったか。
歓迎する。おいしい。
With that, the cat drops its massive catch in front of me with a
こ
thud.
れはまた見事な。もしや贈り物ということなのか。気持ちは嬉しいんだが、こんなの持ってけないぞ。
I mean, you guys got like a cart.
なんて
Mm.
睾丸も需要競争に富んでいます。主様が好きな串焼きでいいですか？
I mean, don't be wasteful. I can eat liver. Liver's no problem. In fact, I think it's really good. Liver and onions is good. Not quite sure about the testicles though. Like, I'm not such a prude that I'd be like, oh, how foul. I would never eat such a thing. It's like, I mean, if prepared properly, they probably taste fine. It would just be like a different texture I'm not used to, and you just have to get over that mental hurdle. But besides that, like, if I went somewhere and they like offered me some, it's like, oh yeah, well, these are freshly made, have some. It's like, all right, you know,
た
have
っ
the
ぷり
venture
食
nothing
べて
gains.
力をつける。
Adadu nods, apparently satisfied, then turns to gaze upon Kuan.
食うにはたっぷりお仕置き。
Kuan stumbles backward, reflexively shielding her posterior. She She looks desperately to Kamyu for help, tears welling in her eyes.
お手柔らかにしてあげてね。
Yeah, she still needs to be able to sit.
痛くなければ覚えない。これは誰もが通った道。
だよね。
A look of despair falls upon Kuon's face.
何もみんなの前で。
Nope, she did. Kuon's voice has fallen to a feeble whimper as she protectively clutches her rear.
くーちゃん、お薬を塗りましょうか。
As Fumura leaves to grab the ointment, I meet Kuon's eyes. They're eerily lifeless. Tears begin to well up in her
見
eyes.
ないで置いといてやるか。
Yeah, just pretend you didn't see anything. That's the polite thing to do. I avert my gaze, but almost instantly, she angrily whips me with her tail.
なんだ。
Because the fact you're trying to be considerate is enough to tick her off. Kami smiles, watching us thoughtfully, then straightens her posture, facing me head on.
それではオートまで案内させていただきます。
お願いする。これが
Ooh,
ト
cool.
ゥスクルの都か。
I think it looks different than it used to. But it's really similar. I can't tell. My memories are too muddled. It's been so long since we've been back here. The acclaimed capital of Tusker is much smaller than Yamato's. But the cheerful throngs of people crowding the streets are very reminiscent of the imperial capital.
いくつもの国が起こっては消え、繁栄と衰退を繰り返す。
I don't care about you, Raiko. Get out of my head.
いくつもの戦火を乗り越えて繁栄を手に入れた国。お前が望んだのはこんな光景だったのか。
I glance back to see Utaru with a bunch of dried fruits, probably from one of the street food stalls. She keeps popping pieces in her mouth. You can take time to chew those, you know.
おいしい。
We make eye contact, and she silently offers one forward to me.
特大の干しぶどうってところか。
A prune.
これなら
Keeps you regular.
買い食いはダメだよ。ご飯が近いんだから。
Midway through Kamu's disapproving reprimand, Utaru crams a piece of fruit into the other girl's mouth.
おいしい。
客人をもてなすため。
トゥスクル名物をみんなに振る舞いたいからってこと？まあ仕方ないな。
Kamu seems to have had an abrupt change of heart. She tears off a couple more pieces of the fruit, passing them back to us.
どうぞ、トゥスクル名産のムゼウです。よーく噛んでみて、味がなくなるまで楽しめるよ。
Oh, it's like gum. I toss the mezu into my mouth and start chewing. It's got a unique texture and shades of both sweet and sour flavors. Sounds good.
独特の弾力があるな。天然のガムみたいなものか。
It's not exactly what I'd call a noble conduct, but for a while, we all just strolled down the street, chewing on our mezu. At first, Kamu seemed determined to act like a proper guide, but she seems like she's relaxing back into old habits. Nobody bats an eye at the massive beast Utaru's riding. I get the sense that they're used to seeing the two around
まず
town.
はハタゴだな。クオン、どこか良いハタゴはないか。
それは
大丈夫だよ。国賓だもん。このまま城へ案内するから。
そうかな。
Yeah,
なんたって大使として来てるんだからね。
can't have you slumming it.
ごちそうが
そう言われればそうだったな。気安すぎてそんな感じはしないが。
久しぶりのお城ですね。
ねえオシトル、
What's up?
私は実家に戻らないといけないんだ。
Yeah, gonna get scolded by everybody. Gotta make the rounds.
だからお城へは一緒に行けないかな。
実家に帰るのか。考えてみれば、クオンも相当位の高い家柄の娘だろうしな。
Also,
いつまでも一緒というわけにはいかんか。
if she goes, then the cat's out of the bag for her. What a conundrum we're in.
そうか。ここでお別れか。
さようなら。
あなたのことは
Yep,
忘れ
scram.
ません。
Fucking throw some salt after her to keep her from coming back.
なんでそうなるのかな。
Kuon pouts, shooting me a frown.
違うのか。
久しぶりに帰ったんだから、まずは家族に顔を見せに行くだけ。それだけかな。
そうだったのか。
Yep, gotta run ahead
まず
so
は
that
家族
everybody
に会い
know,
に行
like,
くの
keep
が
your
一
fucking
番だ
mouth
な。
shut. Don't mention it.
クオンの実家か。
Don't tell him who I really am. Please, please, please.
クオンには返しきれないほどの恩がある。
I mean, of course, like, Kurtum and Benawig aren't gonna do it because they're gonna think it's funny as fuck to watch her squirm.
一度顔を出して挨拶をするべきか。
クーちゃんのお家ですか？
Yeah, we're going there anyway, to the palace.
このまま一緒に行けば。
案内中。
Kuon cuts in desperately, interrupting everyone as they try to answer. And then she turns to me with a strangely rigid smile.
どうしたんだ、クオン。
とにかく気を使わなくてもいいから、オシトルはみんなと先に行っててほしいかな。
She smiles, but she seems distracted.
今はちょっとなんというか、本当にいいの。
Uh-huh.
みんな忙しくてなかなか時間取れないし。
ならば仕方がない。まあ。
Maybe on the way out, you know,
しづらい
we
こ
can go
と
swing
もあ
by
る
and
だ
see
ろ
it.
う。それに家族との団らんを邪魔するのも悪いか。
それじゃあ行ってくるから。
では私もクーちゃんについていきますね。失礼いたします。
And so, Kuon and Fumaril disappear into the crowded city streets.
おかしなく。
Yeah, like, it's fine. Like, all the other secrets have been revealed, you know. Now you're the one being weird about things. Make our way up a gentle slope as we head to the palace in the center of the capital. After passing through numerous gates and being guided to the inner wards of the palace, Kamyu and Araru leave me to my duties. I stand in the audience hall, awaiting the arrival of Tusker Zolo. Eventually, the guards drop back like a tide, and silence fills the chamber. From the back of the hall, I see a figure slowly striding towards me.
遠路はるばるよくぞ参られた。ヤマトの客人たちよ。
I'm finally greeted by a regal-looking man with sharp, piercing
トゥ
eyes.
スクル王。おぼろか。さすがにトゥスクルを滑る王だけあって、なんとも言えない迫力があるな。それがしはオシュトル。ヤマトの総大将を帝より任ぜられております。お目通り感謝いたしまする。どこかで見覚えが。
Yeah.
他人の空にか。
You just got one of those faces, you know?
ほう。貴様が噂に聞くオシュトルか。
His eyes narrow. I can feel his gaze piercing me to my
内
core.
乱の折、トゥスクルから多大なる援助をいただきましたことを心より御礼申し上げたい。
花から俺は援助するつもりなどなかった。礼なら娘にすることだ。
Yet the meddlesome princess. His tone is still very guarded. He seems reluctant to even speak.
ヤマトが一度は侵攻した国だ。すぐに打ち解けはしないか。
Don't gotta get on good terms right away. Even just like cooling things down, getting them to like neutral terms would be a win.
しかしこの雰囲気ではマスターキーのことを聞くわけにはいかないな。
Two figures silently enter the audience hall. They glide to Obero's side, whispering in his ear. They seem to have some urgent news.
何
In an instant, Obero's expression completely changes. He almost shouts right then and there, but the two squires quickly cover his mouth. She must have told them what's up. I almost rise from my seat at the display, but the three of them barely seem to notice me.
それは本当なのだな。
今はお部屋におられます。
そうか、そうか。
After hearing the report, Obero suddenly looks a lot more fidgety. His fingers tap excitedly at the armrest of his throne.
緊急の用事ができた。宴を用意してやる。心ゆくまで楽しまれよ。
Obero claps his hands and several attendants begin carrying trays crowded with fine food and drink. And upon delivering that command, he promptly rushes off somewhere.
歓迎はされているようだ。
I look around, taking in the sight of the spread before me, vibrant, fresh, and colorful, and I begin adjusting my seat. And I carefully adjust my seat.
あれを
Fumaril's leading the other ladies of the court. I wasn't expecting it, but given how close she is with Kamyu, it's not that big of a surprise.
さあ、おしとる様。まずはご一献どうぞ。
At least there's somebody we know here, and we're not just like dropped off at a dinner party where you don't know anybody, and it's like, ugh. Seems Fumaril intends on serving me personally. She sits across from me at the small table, beginning to pour.
この魚が極上。こちらもいかがですか？お酒に合う一品ばかりです。
Udaru and Sauna offer me dishes from both sides, as if in competition with her.
まだオーロとろくに話してもいないうちにいいのか？
It's fine. Enjoy the hospitality.
ごちそうだね。
Like, hey man, you should come here more often. You know, get a feast like this every time. All of a sudden, I notice Udaru and Kamyu are right here, enjoying the food with me. I guess they're back from wherever they went.
どうせ急ぐ旅ではないしな。今はこの宴を楽しむとするか。
もうドリーもグラも手伝ってって言ったのに、ちょっとだけ気が重いんだけれど。
They fucking ratted you out, dog. For a moment, she can hear the sound of somebody charging down the hallway, and the door violently slams open.
よくぞ帰ってきた。
Obero charges Kuon at full speed, sweeping her up in a tight embrace, clinging like he's never going to let her go again.
勝手にもう二度と。
Yeah, Obero's got attachment issues. Obero's words start to muddle mid-sentence, and little by little, his body goes limp. Kuon calmly holds the strip of cloth in place over his nose.
帰ってきて早々。
Came prepared,
どう
huh?
してこんなに騒がしくなるかな。
Obero snores loudly, deep in slumber.
ああ、また。
Could give him brain damage if you keep like knocking him out like
こ
that.
この準備をしておいたのは正解でした。
Dori and Gura, patient observers of all the preceding events, check over the unconscious Obero, then lift him up together. Watching them, Kuon heaves an even deeper sigh than before.
ドリー、グラ、後のことお願いかな。
お任せください。お召し物はお部屋に準備してありますので。
ありがとう。うん。ここまで来たら
Nope.
悩んでても仕方ないかな。
What's been done has been done. Can't change it now. With one last quiet sigh, she pulls herself together, nodding in determination as she sets her veil in place. The banquet is in full swing. By now, the alcohol is starting to kick in a little.
テスクルのお酒がお気に召されたようですね。遠慮なさらずに さあどうぞ。これもとっておきの地酒なんですよ。
What we got? We got like meat or
明
something?
日のこともあるゆえ、それがしはこの辺りで。
What? Drinking responsibly? Lame.
ん
Someone suddenly wraps their arms around me from behind.
これは
今日はブレイクなんだよ。もっと楽しまなきゃ。帰っちゃダメだよ。
すっかり仲良し。
The best of
いや
friends.
これは絡み酒というやつでは。
Oh, that's how you make friends sometimes.
そうでしたね。
Two drunkards, you know, hanging off of each other,
深
laughing.
める宴。私もまだまだおもてなしが足りていなかったですね。
いやもう十分。
Grimrilla slides over from her place, sliding up next to me.
では仕切り直して、さらに親密に
That kind of hospitality, huh?
ご一婚。
いやそれがしには大事な
Well,
役
you
目
know,
が
it'd be
ここ
rude
で
to
酔いつぶれ
decline.
るようでは皆に迷惑が。
むしろ好都合。
誠心誠意、体の隅々までお世話します。
こいつら。
I'm surrounded. I can't even budge.
もはや流れに身を任せるしか。
Oh darn, you know, what a hassle. A shudder suddenly passes through me. It's like I can feel cold, judgmental eyes on me.
なんだこのさっきにも似た感覚。どこかで。
I hastily look back and forth, and my eyes fall upon the woman who just entered the room, the Princess of Tusker. She doesn't seem to have any guards, maybe because this is a diplomatic gesture, but she stands there. I can't see her face, but I can feel her glaring.
楽しんでいるようだな。
何か気に障るようなことしたか。いやとにかく挨拶すれば。久方ぶりですな。トゥスクルの王女よ。盛大なもてなし痛み入りまする。今宵宴を楽しむことができるのも貴公のトゥスクルの援助があってこそ。その折には大層尽力していただいたこと王路より伺いました。
Yeah, for whatever
貴公
reason,
には
thanks.
感謝しかありませぬ。
無礼講の宴に堅苦しい挨拶など不要。そなたは客人らしくしておればよい。どれ、今日が乗った。我も尺などしてやろう。
Uh-huh, yeah, we gotta get in on the action. I hear everybody around us murmuring, fascinated by this turn of events. Even Kamyu and Fumaro stare in wonder, despite their inebriation. Before I can even give a response, the Princess of Tusker herself begins to pour me a cup.
心して飲むがよい。
ああ、いただくとしよ
As their guest, I don't really have a reason to refuse. I gulp down the drink she's offered.
良い飲みっぷりだ。気に入った。汝を見込んで、担当直入に言おう。我に使えよ。
う。ん
Yeah, you know, come work here. You know, just defect, I guess. I double take, unable to help myself. My face is hidden behind that veil, so I can't read her expression. However, I can tell that she's observing me carefully.
どういうことだ。本気で言っているのか、それとも。
聞こえぬか。我に使えよ。
お気持ちはありがたく。
Yeah, you
Shikashi.
know, already serve one master. Oh, there we go. All right, at least we're not, you know, keeping the, you know, facade. Yeah, there we go. The facade going any longer. The Princess of Tusker suddenly removes her veil to reveal the face hidden beneath. The face before me is none other than the girl I had parted ways with just a little while ago, Kuon.
トゥスクル王女の名にかけて、今一度命ずる。我のものとなれ。右に立つ者として。オストル。いや。ハク。
Yeah, please. We stared at each other for a long moment.
なんて言っていいのか。豪族か何かの娘だとは思っていたが、
Well,
まさか。
At least there's no more secrets now.
だが、はっきりと今言えることが、あの時、思いっきり殴ってくれたのは、お前だったのか。
Yeah, pop my crown off. On his molars, I mean, not a crown you would wear on his head. For just a moment, I see your face pale slightly.
奥歯が折れたぞ。
And the veil slides back.
クオンとは誰のことだ？
おい、
クオン、今宵の宴を存分に楽しまれよ。
She's like, oh, fuck, you actually remember that. The Princess of Tusker awkwardly turns and abruptly leaves the room. All at once, the frozen partygoers around us resume their merrymaking.
待て。さっきのあれをなかったことにするのか。さすがに無理があるだろう。
They're used to it. I have half a mind to try calling her back, but I decide against
トゥ
it.
スクルの王女が素顔を晒したのも、まあ、無礼講ってことで。
Yep.
今はうやむやでいいだろう。
Basically didn't even happen.
自
Out of
分
sight,
に
out
と
of
って
mind.
はクオンであることに変わりはないんだからな。そうだな。宴が果ててからゆっくり考えるとするか。
はい、
Hmm.
もっともっとお楽しみくださ
ああ、そうだな。
It's not even caused a scene by going after her either. I give in and accept the cup from her, downing it in one
ま
gulp.
ったく、これが飲まずにいられるか。
Song of
まさか
Secrets. There's one of them.
クオンがあのトゥスクル王女だったとはな。しかしよく考えてみれば、トゥスクルの重要人物とも顔見知りだったわけだし、さもありなんといったところか。
Maybe something like it coming, but to be fair, that's quite the extreme to go
お前
to.
たちは気づいていたのか。
いざとなれば排除。仮に問題があった場合、秘密裏に対象を排除すれば、主様のお心を痛めることなく。
つまり、気づいていたのだな。
Well, yeah, they're not stupid like you, so. Without hesitating, the twins give a simple nod at my repeated question.
まあいい。
It's like, well, you also just never asked, so they had
こ
no
の二人に
reason to
何
tell
を言って
you.
も無駄な気がする。
入ってもいいかな？
クオンか。
Hmm. The door slides open, and Kuan stands in the entryway. She looks awkwardly around the room, her expression grave.
どうした？何を遠慮している？
ちょっとね。
Finally, she steps hesitantly inside. Mukuru, that's the name of the tiger. Something like that, Mukuru. Just completely out of the blue. Actually remembered. Yeah, see, I still got fucking working brain cells. They just had to get the dust and, like, rust knocked off first. She seats herself on a cushion, supplied by the twins from who knows where.
それで何かあったのか？
オシトルはどうしてるのかなって思って。
どうと言われてもな。
Judging from how fidgety Kuan looks, I can tell she clearly has something on her mind.
驚きはした。だが、それだけだ。
それだけって。こっちはそれなりに勇気が必要だったのに。
I mean, other than going like, oh, huh, didn't know that. It's like, that's the extent of it. Like, it's not some world-shattering revelation.
クオンが何者であれ、それがしにとってクオンはクオンだ。何も変わらぬさ。
ありがとう。
それに、正体を隠していたのはそれがしも同じ。クオン。
そう、それはそうかな。
クオン
What, gonna air your grievances? Kuan's grim expression vanishes, like she just realized something. She draws in closer, like she's ready to pounce.
だって保護者に何の断りもなく勝手に死んじゃってるし、私は黙っていただけかな。私はすごく胸が苦しくて悲しかったんだから。
それは前にも言ったであろう。 秘密を知る者は一人でも少ない方が良かったのだ。すまぬ。
Yeah, we felt bad about it.
それはそれ、これはこれ。私には文句を言う権利があるかな。だいたい保護者である私にぐらい教えてくれてもよかったと思う
Your
な。
closest confidant?
あ
だいたい出会った時から。
Nothing but a headache.
これは話が長くなりそうだな。
Internally, I heave a deep sigh. The twins sit silently off to the side, probably trying not to provoke her further. I'm pretty sure they're hiding their presence from
なん
her.
とか話をそらさねば。それはさておき、クオン。ここへ来たのはその話をするためではあるまい。何かもっと大事な用向きがあったのではないか。
She gives me a look, but the anger fades from her expression as she straightens her posture again.
ずるいかな。そうちょっと用事があって出かけるから一緒にどうかなって思って。
Oh, alright.
用事。
用事は大したことないんだけど、せっかくタスクルに来たんだし、いろいろ見て回りたくない？
Yeah, we'll do some sightseeing.
本当はハクに
Like-
私の生まれ
like
故
going
郷
on
を
a
見てもらいたいんだ。
date?
それがこの国を知る一番の近道だと思うかな。
百聞は一見にしかずか。そうだな。せっかくクオンの生まれ故郷に来たのだ。クオン、案内を頼めるか。
もちろんかな。
ついていく。たとえ敵地であってもご一緒いたします。
I mean, we know that. You've done it before.
じゃあ行こっか。フミリルを表で待たせてるし。
お待ちしておりました。随分とお時間がかかったようですが。
I see you guys have done some landscaping. The front, like, I don't know what those would be, tiles, engravings in the ground? Those look new.
それはその
すまぬ。それがしの方で少し込み入った話をしていてな。しかし良いのか。クオンはトゥスクルの王女なのだろう。城下に護衛もつけずに出歩くなど。
I mean, I doubt the average person knows what she looks like, so.
一応注意はしているのですが。
I mean, just look how plain she is right now. No one would suspect a thing.
お忍びで行けば大丈夫かな。公務では顔隠してる時も多いし、堂々としてれば案外バレないものだから。
そういうものなのか。
Yeah. I looked towards Fumaril, but she remained silent, only offering a troubled smile.
胸近同様。裏で苦労してる奴がたくさんいるんだろうな。
ほら、難しい顔してないで早く行こう。
Yeah, don't think about it too hard. Otherwise, the plot can't happen. We follow Kuan through the main streets of Tusker.
おお。なかなか活気があるようだな。
位置が立てばもっと人手が多くなるかな。今日はちょっと空いているけれど。
Tusker's capital doesn't seem as orderly as Yamato's. But the walls and roofs of the buildings nearby have their own unique designs, giving this place a different kind of charm.
オストルの目から見てどうかな。トゥスクルの都は
It's a bit more homely than Yamato's, and I say that in a good way.
そうだな。皆どこかのんびりと場の空気を楽しんでいるようにも見える。
Yamato's capital is built with like a fucking spreadsheet in mind, you know. Here, it's a lot more naturally, built up, just over time, adding on to places.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいかな。
Kuon's tail sways happily as she makes a quick turn.
あそこの小物屋はお母様たちの行きつけで。
I can't help but smile, seeing Kuon so excited.
クオンも楽しそうだな。自分の知っているいつものクオンだ。しかし、
I look around us for a
どう
moment.
もすれ違う人々にこちらを見られている気がする。
I mean, you're a mass weirdo.
やはり気づかれているのではないか。
そうかな。
Kuon stares at my face for a moment.
なんだ。
多分オシトルが目立っているんだと思う。
Yeah.
だってその来るか。
You probably like making the old heads be like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck?"
そうなのか。まさか目立っているのは自分だったのか。肌に張り付いてすっかり馴染んでいるので気にしていなかったが、しかしアクルカの上にさらに覆面をつけるわけにもいかんしな。
Yeah, you'd be looking awfully lumpy. As I try in vain to think of a solution, the shop's owner seems to notice us, calling out.
あ、いえ、クー様。あ、久しぶり。
Also, everybody just
今
knows.
確かにあの人クオンって言いかけたよな。
They're just too polite to let her know that they know. Still, it doesn't seem like Kuon's really noticed, given her response.
しばらくお見えにならないうちに髪飾りの新作が入ったんですよ。お母様方のお土産にいかがですか？
どうしようかな。みんな好みがバラバラだし。
Yeah, get like one of each then.
ではこちらはいかがですか？それぞれについてる花の飾りが違うんですよ。
Ooh, that'd be cute.
それいいかも。
Judging by the conversation, it's pretty obvious the merchant's aware of Kuon's real identity.
な、フミリル殿。あれはどう見ても正体がバレているのではないか。
Yeah, is Kuon, like, fucking stupid? I whisper quietly, for Fumaral's ears only.
しーです。それを言ってはダメです。
そういうことか。
The people in this country are so kind.
はい、遺憾ながら皆さんが正体に気づいていると知ったらクーちゃんが城下に来なくなるのではと。ですから皆さん頑張って気づかないふりをしています。だからしーです。
An oddly wry smile crosses Fumaral's face.
待たせちゃったかな。
いや、それほどでもない。
Kuon puts in her orders at the haberdashery, and we set off for our destination again. However,
クー様、ご予約いただいてた南方の生薬の図鑑。はい。クー様、今日は飴を買っていかねえのかい？おまけしとくよ。クー様、お待ちしてましたよ。ほら、歯切れがたくさん必要だって言ってたじゃないですか。
それじゃあ。
it's like, I suppose, go around to every single place, buy a little something. Every time somebody calls, Kuon stops to browse and gets extra with her purchase, sometimes even more than the original purchase
本
itself.
当にみんなに慕われているんだな。クオン、少し持とう。
ありがとう。お願いしてもいい？
持つ。お任せください、主様。
Alright, we can leave the light things to you two. The twins grab the load away, apparently refusing to let me carry a thing. However, by the time we reach the end of the main street, both Fumaral and I have our arms full.
それにしても随分と買い込んだものだな。こんなに必要なのか。
Never let Kuon get a fucking Amazon account. Keep her ass off Etsy.
それはこれからわかるかな。
Kuon gives a mischievous smile.
クオンは王女だからといってむやみに散財するようにも見えないんだが。
オシトル、こっち
Just
こっ
just
ち。
literal princess things.
ん
As I think to myself, Kuon pulls up my sleeve and leads me into a narrow
一
alleyway.
体どこへ向かっているのだ。
路地裏は危険。物陰から襲われるかもしれません。真ん中をお歩きください。
I think he's
主
even in
様。
more danger that way, but
それは失礼かな。ちゃんとケビイチもいて治安はいい方なんだけど。
Kuon looks back, giving us a half smile.
大丈夫。むしろ安全じゃないといけないところなんだから。
ん？
ほら、あそこ。
あれは。
I don't know, where are we? Where are we going?
あ、クー様だ。
クー様、遊んで。
The school has to stay secret?
遊んで。
The children seem to notice us and crowd around.
私は用事があるから後でね。
なんだ、つまんない。
あ、この人変なお面つけてる。
What a freak!
変なの。このお兄さんはこう見えてもとても偉い人なんだから。 いたずらしたらダメかな。
Yeah, no pranks.
構わぬよ。それにしてもやけに子供が多いようだが、ここはもしや。
寺子屋。
子供に字とか算術を教えるところなんだ。
Damn, I'm surprised you two are teachers, but I can see it, especially for young students. Hearing those voices, I turn around. It seems Arudu and Kami have joined us.
遅いよ、クーちゃん。
待ちくたびれた。クー。
でも仕方がないか。
クーが幸せならそれでいい。
The two of them look expectantly between Kuan and me.
はあ、二人とも何を考えてるのかな。
I mean, that's exactly how
そう
it is.
いうのじゃないから。
Kuan sighs in exasperation.
それよりもちゃんと持ってきてくれた？
大丈夫。
もちろんだよ。
何のことだ。
Noticing my puzzled expression, Kuan points to something over in the yard.
あれ？
I follow her gaze to the large cart loaded with all manners of vegetables, barrels, and jars.
準備できてる。
大鍋ももう煮立ってるよ。
じゃあ始めよっか。
Kuan strides forward, rolling up her sleeves, and starts cutting out the vegetables she takes from the cart.
クーちゃん、ここに来ては通っている子供たちに
Oh,
お料
that's
理を振る舞ってあげるんです。
そうだったのか。だからあれほどの量を。それにしても子供たちだけで平らげるには少々量が多すぎはしないか。
Well, you're helping to eat it, so.
皆がクオンのようではあるまい。
何か言った？
いや、それがしは。しかしあれだけの量だ。二人も手伝ってやってくれるか。
主様が食べるなら必ず召し上がるとお約束ください。主様。
Whatever curry or porridge or
余
stew
計
you're
なも
making.
のを入れぬのならな。
How disappointing. Looking slightly disappointed, the twins reluctantly join Kuan.
では、私は出汁の方を作りましょうか。
Kuan's chopping stops at Fumaro's words. With the knife frozen in midair, a strangely heavy atmosphere descends.
フミルルは子供たちを見ててくれる？
Yeah!
お話聞きたがってると思うし。
でも、
お願い。フミルルは子供に大人気だから。
Yeah, they're having Fumaro withdrawals. You need to go
わ
see
かり
them.
ました。私は子供たちにお話を聞かせてきますね。
Fumaro moves to join the children, smiling warmly as they greet her. As I watch the exchange, I feel a hand descend on my shoulder.
じゃあオシュトル様も子供たちと遊んであげて。みんな元気でものすごく体力がいるよ。
覚悟する。
その程度。今
Indeed,
の
we're
そ
good
う
with
ですなら
children.
ば造作も。
仮面のおじさん、おんぶして。僕もおんぶ。お馬さんになって。
ちょっと。
Though I suppose there's more than just the one you're
お
used
じ
to.
さん、
So.
こっち。
今度こそ。
It sounds like someone turned on a shower. The child taunts me, waving his hand. I aim my crude water gun, pulling the trigger as hard as I can. But the child swiftly dodges, and the stream splatters against the
外
ground.
したか。
I prepare for a second shot, but I realize I'm out of water.
一時撤退だ。
I make a mad dash for the bucket we filled, but I soon see the rest of the children have been waiting for the perfect ambush.
なんだと。
I try to stop and turn, but my fate is sealed. The children's aim is true. The water pelts me straight in the face.
おじさんの負け。おじちゃん弱い。
They might have had the strength in numbers, but this is still a battle of children versus an adult. I crumple to my knees, aghast at my quick defeat.
なぜだ。あれだけの大戦をくぐり抜けてきたのに、なぜ水鉄砲では一度も勝てぬ。
ご苦労様。
クオン。
大人気だったね。
Yeah, like I said, he's great with kids. Kuan reaches out to me, and I take her hand, pulling myself back to my feet.
お鍋できたからそろそろ食事にしない？子供たちもいっぱい遊んでお腹空いてきてるだろうし。
そうだな。
That fragrant scent fills the
で
air.
は次は大食い競争と行こうではないか。
Yeah.
それならばそれがしは負
I
け
was about to say, you better throw in a little caveat to that statement.
どういうことかな。それに子供たちの前なんだし、落ち着いて食べないとお行儀悪いかな。
Kuan lightly cuffs the back of my head in a quick smack.
もう
The children flock around us excitedly, hearing our banter.
仮面のおじちゃんってやっぱりクー様のお婿さん？
Something like that.
もう大人をからかうものじゃないかな。
子供たちにはそんな風に見えるのか。
まったく。
それじゃあいただきます。
The kids begin to scarf down the food.
はい、オシトルの分。これはモロロ鍋といってテスクルでは定番の家庭料理かな。
すまぬな。
Potatoes. I take the bowl from her and lift it to my lips.
これは
どうかな。
うまい。なんというか優しい味わいでほっ
I
と
mean,
する。
it's potato stew. Of course
よ
it's
か
gonna
っ
be
た。
comforting.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいかな。
Kuan gives a sigh of relief at my appraisal.
国にいた時はよくここで子供たちに料理を振る舞っていたと聞いた。
うん。ずいぶん間が空いちゃったけどね。
Kuan sounds oddly wistful, watching the children with a gentle look in her eyes.
ここはもともとウルお母様が開いた孤児寮だったの。今は親がいても勉強のためにここに通っている子も多いけど、
孤児寮？
昔は大きな戦があったし、
Yeah,
民の暮らし向きも良くはなかったらしくて、
yeah, it was kind of a shit show.
ああ。
私たちも昔ここに通ってた頃があったんだ。
はい、その頃からクーちゃんとはずっと一緒です。
だからここにいる子たちはみんな
Oh, that's really sweet.
私たちの妹、弟たちも同然かな。
それでこうやって。
今では随分と良くなったと思う。でもこれから先何があるかなんてわからない。
Yeah, just make you feel even worse for, invading them. Like, ah, shit.
だからこそいっぱい食べて、いっぱい遊んで、いっぱい勉強して頑張ってもらわ
Probably
な
made a
くちゃ
couple
ね。
more orphans.
なんたってここにいるのはテスクルの未来を担う子供たちなんだから。
ああ。そうだな、クオン。立派に往生してるんだな。本腰を入れ、マスターキーを探さねばならぬが、これといった手がかりがなければ動くこともでき
I
ん
mean,
な。
but now that we know Kuan's the princess, that opens like so many more like avenues.
ちょっといいかな。
ああ、構わぬ。入ってくれ。それがしに何か。
Like the resources, available in the search have just like exponentially grown.
特に用事があるわけじゃないんだけど。
She takes a seat, seemingly choosing her words carefully.
オシトルはマスターキーっていうのを探しているんだよね。
ああ。
I recall the words that I was told.
今から十数年ほど前になるであろうか。
Oh, decades. That's a long time ago. We gotta go see Munto.
そなたの国
That man must be decrepit by
マ
now.
スターキーの反応
Like damn near 100 years old.
すべてを滑る神。
Master Key sounds old too, so maybe they know each other.
これがあれば今では遺跡となっている施設を起動させることも可能。この鍵を手にしたら、あるいは同胞を救うことができるやもしれん。
しかし、与えられた
Yeah,
情報は
we don't even know what the Master Key is. What form it's taking, if it has a physical form.
トゥスクルにたどり着きはしたが、こう
Is
も
it
手が
data?
か
Is
り
it
が少なく
software?
て
Is it
は
an item? Is it a person? Is it bigger than a bread box? Actual 20 questions.
そのことなんだけど、
ん？
私に心当たりがあるんだ。
何？
I lean in closer, keen to hear the rest. Koan gives me a small
ど
nod.
こだ？その心当たりとは。
Koan looks warily around the room for a moment, and speaks somewhat louder, as if she's talking to someone outside the room.
そこはとても神聖な場所だから、私ともう一人以外は入れないことになっているんだ。そう、私ともう一人以外は絶対に入れないことになっているから。
It'd be real nice to have that extra person's help.
なぜ2回言う？
それでね、よかったら今から案内しようかなって。
いや待て、そんなに近いのか？
近いといえば近いかな。
マスターキーに心当たりが。クオンが言うんだ。可能性は高いだろう。そうか。では案内を頼めるか？
うん。それじゃあついてきて。
Alright. Where are we going precisely? We going to the cool place with all the crystals, or...?
聞いてよいか？本当にここなのか？
うん。多分ここだと思うな。
もうかなり歩いているが。
We pass through a doorway in the castle that seems almost like the entrance to a shrine, and take the steps underground to a long pathway.
まっすぐかどうかはわからんか。この暗闇じゃ感覚も信用できない。壁も床も材質は石組みか。遺跡関連というよりは後から作られた通路というか、いや人が通るだけにしては広すぎる。何かを搬入したとか別の用途に使ったのか？
Where are we going? I let my fingers trace along the wall as we make our way further into the darkness, still deep in thought. Hear Koan make a sound just ahead of me, like she almost tripped on something.
大丈夫か？
あ、大丈夫だから。
だがこうも暗いといずれ怪我をするかもしれんな。
As the thought occurs to me, I hear Koan speak up in a small voice.
手をつないでもらってもいいかな？
確かにこうも暗いと危ないからな。
Yeah, it'll help us keep our balance too in case one of us tumbles. There's a pause as Koan reaches out, and I feel her grasp my hand tightly.
よし、気をつけて進むとしよう。
こんなに奥まで続いてたんだ。
って、まさかクオン、来たことがないのに案内しているのではないだろうな。
そんなことないかな。子供の頃に何度か来たことがあるんだけど、あの頃はただどこに通じてるんだろうって。
子供の頃、一人でここにか。
I doubt alone.
まあ、クオンらしい。
Or I guess she did, just wandering around, being a little
みん
shit.
なは正倉院って呼んでたけど、何が入っているかまでは教えてくれなかったんだ。
正倉院か。確か
Yeah,
大昔の
a place you
倉庫が
store
そのよう
a
に呼ばれ
relic.
ていた気が。
聞いただけでワクワクしない？
それはそうだが。
Absorbing the conversation, don't notice there's a wall in front of us until I walk right into it.
大丈夫？
ああ、いきなり壁になっているとは思わなかったのでな。
I reach cautiously forward to check the wall that blocks our way.
やっぱりここで行き止まりなんだ。
やっぱりって、それも知っていたのか？
Yeah, but it might open for
何度
you.
来てもここから先には進めなかったんだ。
I feel Kuan pressing to the wall alongside me to check it for herself. A note of frustration in her voice.
もしかしたらって思ったんだけどな。
もしかしたらって何が？
Well, because you're a real human. As I ask, I reach out again to tap experimentally at the wall before
や
us.
けに表面が滑らかだな。今までの壁と材質が明らかに違う。
And at that moment, something moves in the darkness, and we feel a small gust of wind. We reach out once more. The wall before us has vanished, as if it melted into the darkness itself.
隠し扉？
クオンだけの時は開かず、自分が近づいたら開いた。ということは、ここはやはり何らかの施設で、
Nice.
今も稼働しているということか。
I mean, it opens, so it's got some functionality. I try to peer ahead, but the darkness seems to go on forever.
行くぞ。いいな。
待って、慎重に行くかな。
Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Despite her words, I can tell her tail is twitching in
いや、
excitement.
まずそっちが落ち着けや。
それじゃあ私から行くから。危ないから絶対に私を追い越さないこと。
分かったから、せいぜい慎重にな。
I take my place behind the enthusiastic Kuon, and we move forward together, sticking close to the
部屋に
walls.
なっているみたいだな。かなり広いが、物が置いてある気配はない。かつて何かが置かれていたのか、それとも何らかの理由で放棄されたのか。
あれ、また壁があるのかな。
She's right. We've come to another dead end. Some kind of barrier blocking our
つまり
way.
ここは空ということか。
そんな。
Oh, that's disappointing. You found an empty broom closet. Awesome. Kuon heaves a deep sigh. Her disappointment is pretty apparent.
せっかくここまでたどり着いたのに。
よほど興味があったんだろうな。気持ちはわからなくもないが、案外ここがクオンの考古学好きの原点なのかもしれないな。
I mean, if you had like a cool ancient ruin full of secrets under your house, you'd probably develop an interest in them too.
ごめんね。
何を謝る必要がある？
せっかく案内したのに何もなかったから。
それはクオンの
I
せいでは
mean,
ない
we
し、
got to see something
そ
cool,
う
I
簡単に
guess.
見つかるものではないのも分かってい
Even if we
る。
can't really see anything.
でも
また探せばよい。手伝ってくれるか？
Kuon's bright voice echoes through the room. Silence soon falls once more, but I hear a sudden sound from Kuon, as if she's realized something.
どうした？
こんな風に二人きりで行動するのって
Yeah, alone. You know,
久しぶ
really
りだな
alone.
って思って。
そうか？結構あったように思うが、さっきも部屋で二人きりだった。
あんなの二人きりって言わない。全然二人きりじゃないよ。
そうなのか。
Yeah, if you say so.
でも
Girl things, I
何
guess.
か不思議な感じ。とても懐かしい感じかな。暗闇の中で喋っていると初めて会った頃に戻った気がする。
ああ、確かにな。その感じはよくわかる気がする。誰からも
At least we got
見られ
pants
る
on
こ
this
とのない闇の中、そこにはこの世界で目覚めた時から自分を知るクオンだけがいる。
Making you feel things? Neither of us break the silence, but I feel something from Kuon, like she's come to a decision on something.
言いたいことがあるんだけど聞いてくれる？
なんだ？改まって。
オシュトルが言っていたことも分かってるし、そう呼んじゃダメなのも分かってる。
Mm-hmm. But when it's just the two of us.
けど
Mm-hmm.
二人きりの時だけなら 呼んでも
うん
ダメかな。
うん
It's like that would be nice, but also the reasonable like part of his brain is like, but what if we're not actually alone and there's someone there listening?
オス
好きにすればいい。
好きにする。
Kuan looks up happily.
ハク
うん
ハク
あ
ハク。
Kuan moves in a little closer to me, fumbling along the wall. For a moment, all I want to do is reach over and pull her closer. But as I turn to her, the wall around my shoulder suddenly crumbles apart.
なんだ
I press my hand against the edge of the small gap, and the rest of the wall begins to crumble to pieces as well.
これはまだ先があるのか。
Hey, sorry, girlie. I know we were having like a real romantic moment there, but we found some more cool ruins, so. As if to confirm my suspicion, the hole opens up just wide enough for a person to pass through, leading into further darkness beyond. We both look to each
行
other.
ってみよう。
With that, Kuan leaps through the hole in the wall.
仕方ないな。
Chuckling wryly, I follow behind. Through the hole, we find another
今
pathway.
度は壁が脆そうだ。君、慎重に進もう。
I mean, if you're able to, like, crumple them with your bare hands, then yeah.
分かってる。
わかってるか。尻尾を見る限り好奇心には勝てないんだな。
Huh. After a while of walking, we eventually come out to an open area. Ooh. In the middle of the room, we see something like a stone monument, topped by some kind of metal plating. What does that say? Abel Camel? Okay. From what I can see, it looks like the letters are engraved into the metal.
もしかして神代文字。
Kuan hesitantly touches the monument as the letters begin to glow with a faint blue light.
光った。
Her demeanor completely changed from before. She studies the monument intently.
すごい。まだ生きてる。こんなのが。
なんかいろいろと台無しになった気がする。
It's fine. As I watch Kuan trace, swipe, and tap the glowing letters, an idea pops into my head.
待てよ。あれが何らかの認証装置だとしたら。
Yeah, put your hand on it.
見せてみろ。
読めるの？
Kuan's eyes gleam with curiosity as I peek over her shoulder. Letters blink on and off under my gaze.
なるほど。
何？
いや、薄暗くてわからん。いや、待て。もう少し調べてみる。
Ah, unless it's like an optical scanner, and it's gonna scan your eye now. I touch the letters as I speak. Or just some form of biometrics. I can feel a giant wall sliding open before me.
これって。
Oh, these guys. Yeah. A blinding light illuminates the room and we see before us,
なんだこれは。
like massive suits of armor, like sitting down. That's the only way I can think to describe them. There are dense chains wrapped around their torsos and limbs, like they had to be restrained.
これってまさかアブカム
Yeah, that's what they were called. Yeah.
アブカム。
ー。うん。神の鎧と呼ばれた無双の強者。昔これが動いて未曾有の戦乱が巻き起こったって聞いたことがあるけど、実際に見るのは初めてかな。
Kuan stares at the massive sentinel, utterly fascinated.
これが。
あ、 もしかして信じてないかな。
いや、そうは言ってないが、アブカムなんか引っかかって。もしかしてこいつアベルカムルか。
Ah, that's what it was said.
アブカムだよね。
That's just corrupted over time.
妙な鎧を着せてるが間違いない。アベル重工製極限作業用人型重機カムル3式、通称アベルカムル。ガイアレメディエーションを支えた傑作機。なんでそんなものが。ってこんなのを戦に使ったのか。
It's like, yeah, these are like fucking giant forklifts.
アクルカを使っておいてなんだが、反則にも程があるだろうに。
ハク、もしかして知ってるの？
知ってるも何も、昔はなくてはならないほど広く使われていたんだ。
じゃあもしかしてハクも動かせたりする？
Probably.
いや、無理だ。こ
Ah,
れを動かすには資格が必要なんだ。
lame.
そっか、ちょっと残念かな。
免許がな、下手に持ってると外でいろいろとやらされそうだったからな。まあ操作が登場しなくてもコントロールパネルを使えば簡単な操作くらいできるんだろうが、何にせよここにマスターキーの手がかりはなかったか。
コントロ？
Yeah, the
も
little
しかして
gamepad looking
この
thing.
光る板のこと？
Looked like a fancy NES controller.
さて、こんなのが厳重に封印されていたことからしてあまり長居するべきではないな。クオン、そろそろ戻ろうか。
Uh-oh.
あ、
ハク、すごい！本当に動いた！
いや、動いたって。
Did you fucking grab the controller? The giant suit of armor slowly rises to its feet. The chains, each link as thick as an adult's arm, snap one by one as if made of twigs. Well, I mean, I know it's the big, scary, dramatic music playing, but these things are basically forklifts. Kuon whispers in sheer joy. In her hand, I see the tablet that was supposed to stay atop the stand.
何しちゃってんの。
ハク、この子本当に動いてる！
Abu Kamu's arms move, as if reacting to Kuon's words. And it slams its arms into the wall of the room. Dust and shards of stone rain down on us. The wall slowly begins to crumble as the suit thrashes, like a child knocking down a tower of building blocks.
おい、
これが腕なんだ。じゃあこっちが足？
待てクオン、こんなところでは。
とこうして。
Oh, Kuon, what the fuck are you doing? I thought you were better than this. Every single time Kuon touches something on the panel, Abu Kamu swings its body in a new direction.
クオン、やめろ。
Grab it out of her hands. What are you doing? I try to get her attention, but she seems too absorbed in the panel's workings to listen to me. The Abu Kamu kicks particularly high, losing its balance and falls into the wall with a crash. The resulting cloud of dust fills the air, completely blocking our view.
まずい、下手すると崩れるぞ。いいから急げ。
I grab Kuon's hand and drag her towards the exit. We run as fast as we can down the dark pathway. We can hear something crashing behind us, slamming into the walls as it pursues. Don't even need to look back to know what it is.
なんで追いかけてくる。
Because she still has the controller.
すごい。あんなに大きいのに追いついてくる。
のんきなこと言ってる場合か。
I give her a look. One's curiosity still wins out, even when our lives are on the line. But in her hands, I see. She's still got the tablet that had been in place on the stand
何持
on
って
that
きてるん
stand.
だ。それを捨てろ。
え、どうして？
どうしても何も。
ハク、急がないと崩れちゃうかも。
Bolting ahead, we manage to keep our distance from the thing. And finally, we see a sliver of light in the darkness ahead.
出口だ。
It shows the giant slam against the stone walls as the path caves in atop it. And then... Do we just have it now? Finally, we make it out of the dark hallway. Immediately, the Abukamu stops and kneels down.
止まっちゃったみたい。どうしたんだろう。
それを持っていたから自動追尾してきたんだ。だから捨てろと言っただろうに。
これを？
おい、むやみに触るなって。
Fucking give us
何
that!
が起こるかわからんだろう。
I quickly snatched the tablet from her hands.
待って。もう少しだけやらせて。
God, you're such a child about some things, Kuon. Kuon tries to pull the tablet from my grasp.
あと少しだけ。ほんのちょっとだけでいいから。
Kuon's finger slides across a shape on the panel. Suddenly,
本当によろしいですか？
喋った。
with that warning, a black and yellow striped border appears on the tablet screen. It's definitely some kind of emergency mode.
何これ？ねえ、これを押すんだよね。押していいよね。
It's probably a self-destruct.
待て待て待て。今何をした？押すなよ。押したら大変なことになるぞ。絶対に押すなよ。
え、何かすごいことが起きるの？すごいことになっちゃうの？
Kuon.
やめろよ。絶対にやめろよ。
This is fucking Atui tier shit.
おま。
命令を認識。これより非常自衛モードに移行しま
Abukamu thrashes around like an angered god, threatening anybody who dares approach him. The ground shakes with every stomp, and it flails its arms straight through nearby trees, knocking them over with ease. It's clear we'll never be able to get close to it like this.
クオン。
つい。
What the fuck are you doing,
ごめんね。
Kuon?
怒ってしまったことは仕方がない。とにかくこいつを何とかするぞ。
それはいいけど、でもどうするの？
I don't know.
あ、壊しちゃダメだから。そんなことしたら後でお仕置きされちゃう。
You're getting punished no matter what.
そんなこと言ってる場合か。第一あんなのどうやって。とにかく停止コマンドを。
ハク？
Is it out of batteries?
停止コマンドなんぞ知らんかった。仕方ない。燃料切れを待てば。いや、何日も無給で動き続けるんだった。どうする？このまま放っておいたら。
Just gotta start hitting buttons on the controller,
無差
man.
別に攻撃するぞ。
I look desperately around the area, hoping I might find something that'll give me an idea. Then,
グーちゃん、もういいですか？
フミリル。
助立ち。主様、
O-
ここから
okay.
はどうかお任せを。
Are we gonna have to fight this thing?
来てくれたんだ。
約束の時間は過ぎましたし、なんだか大変そうですから。
Nah.
もしかしてよ。
そんなことはないよ。
まあ、助かったぞ。
I mean, these things are tough as hell. You know, we'd have some issues.
御心の
I know
まま
we're
に
strong, but
残念そう。楽しいところを邪魔された気分はいかがですか？
Now that help has arrived, it looks as though things may still work out after all.
うまく距離を取って少しずつ追い込め。
硬いですが動きを止めることはできるようです。
双子の術がまさかアベルカムルにさえ通るとは頼もしいやら恐ろしいやら。
ちょっと
Yeah, don't think too
動
hard
きが
about it.
鈍くなってきたみたい。
でもなんだかかわいそうな気がします。
念用この者の心は計り知れませんが攻撃の意志はまだ
That's
持っ
that's
てい
because
ます。
it's an inanimate object.
油断するな。完全に止まるまで慎重にな。
It is an automaton. Like trying to read the minds of like one of Nekane's Shikigami or something. My eyes flicker to Kuon, who seems to be fiddling with the tablet again.
さっきはここに触れたらああなったから、もしかしてこうかな。
対象の適性を確認。これより完全排他モードに移行します。
は
Bro peeked the mic on that one. He fucking ate the microphone and went, huh?
せっかくおとなしくなってきていたのにどうしてでしょう。
今度は強い憎悪は感じませんが堅くなに戦おうとしているようです。
こうなったら全部放って逃げるしかない。いやダメだ。これ
Yeah,
が
you
制
can't-
御不能のまま
can't
人
leave
の
it
方
here.
に行ったら。
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
お嬢、これは一体。
You guys know how to fight these.
これは封印されていたアブカムーですね。
ベナミ、クロ
まさかお嬢、例の正倉院を開けちまったんですかい？
Yeah, we thought it'd be
それは
funny.
話は後です。今はこれを止めるのが先でしょう。
We all work together, trying to stop the rampaging Abukamo. However, even with reinforcements, the situation still seems dire.
くさ、これじゃキリがねえぜ。どうしやす大将。
ああ、壊しちゃダメだから。できればそっと捕まえる感じで。
そうも言ってられませんね。
エネルギー的には無尽蔵だから当然か。
I look at the tablet and over Kuon's shoulder, but I have no idea how to work the thing.
何も知らない素人が制御するのは無理だ。いや
That's fair.
非常停止命令を送
It'd
る
be
し
like,
かない。
sure, even if you can read what the controls say, it's like taking a normal person and like popping them down in like an airplane cockpit, and you're like, all right, fly it, or like in a submarine control room. As I desperately try to get control of the machine, a likely-looking button appears at the center of the screen.
よしこれだ。
命令を認識しました。これより全周囲殲滅モードに移行します。
あ、っていうかお前、攻撃モードがいくつあるんだよ。ただの作業機械じゃないのかよ。
すごい、また強くなった。
ミコト、感心している場合ではありません。
こりゃまるで誰かが操ってるようですね。
Crazy, weird.
頼む。皆で耐えてくれ。あと、誰の成果は気づかないでくれ。
I furiously work over the terminal, trying every possible force quit I can think of. All I know is a button that seems like the
頼
one.
む。これでなんとかなってくれ。
非常停止命令を受理しました。
Ugh.
よし。
非常停止命令の実行には初期パスワードが必要です。音声入力をお願いします。
Password.
なんだそれは。
The terminal falls silent, as if waiting for the voice input, while the Abukamu continues to rampage about.
開けごま。
パスワードが異なります。
止まれ。静まれ。おとなしくしろ。停止だ停止。
パスワードが異なります。
いっそ端末を壊すか。いや、暴走が止まらなくなるだけだ。
Again,
な
password.
らどうすれば。
almost guarantee if it's still in like its setup mode, you know, here's a little bit of a government secret. On a lot of computers, the password is the same as the username.
危ない。主様、そちらに向かっています。
Because they don't want you to forget it. Before I know it, the Abukamu's giant form looms directly over me. But the Abukamu just stands there, as if waiting for something.
落ち着け。よく考えろ。こいつではなく、
What fucking
こい
OST
つ
is
の裏に
this?
ある思考を読み取るんだ。こいつは作業機械だが、現状ではまともに動かないというか、まともに命令を受け付けない。それはこいつ担当の技術者が中途半端な設定のまま放置したからの可能性がある。
Yeah, what if you built it? Get in that mindset.
だとすれば、この個体そのものに設定されたマスターパスワードもそう凝ったものじゃないはずだ。自分がこいつを調整したズボラでいい加減な技術者なら、そのパスワードは。
I have a flash of brilliance. I slowly raise the terminal up, and the Abukamu moves with it, as if in response.
無垢なるしもべよ、我が万能の言葉を聞け。パスワード。
命令を認識しました。
There we go. And the Abukamu kneels down immediately, falling absolutely still.
こんなので本当にいいのかよ。
Yep, it's either password or you do what's called the waterfall, which is where you start at 1 and then you go down. So 1QAZ, 2WSX, 3EDC, 4RFV. And if you want to mix it up too, you can make it so that way 1 you press normally the first row, and then for the second row you hold shift, and then for the third row you let go of shift, and then the fourth row you hit shift again. So that way it's adding characters and capitals into the mix. And it's a 16-digit password, so it's technically, you know, a really strong one. Even though it's like, I'm not going to say everybody uses it, but for a lot of stuff that you need to make a big, strong password for, that requires a lot of digits that you don't actually want to remember, because it's like one of those things you only use sometimes, and you're not supposed to write down passwords. It's like people do stuff like that.
なんだかわかんねえが、言葉だけで止めちまいやがった。
さすがはヤマトに名高いもののふといったところでしょうか。
Impressive.
今の言葉は何？ねえねえ、教えて教えて。
それだけは教えられる。
どうして？
かつて世界を支配した者たちとの契約と名誉に関わることゆえ。
契約と名誉？
詳しくは言えぬが、大体そんな感じだ。
You would never want to tarnish the bond between two lazy dirtbags.
そんなにすごいことなんだ。そっか。それじゃあ簡単には教えられないよね。
Kuon still seems curious, but I managed to convince her not to pry any further. The others crowd around the now silent Abukamu, curious as to how it suddenly stopped moving. However, this chance encounter would prove to dramatically escalate events in the days to come. Oh, they'd get back to the capital, and the first thing they'd do, like, yo, fucking O-Store, we got in this fight with this rampaging Abukamu. It was crazy, it was so strong, but then he went up to it, and he just said one word, and it stopped. He fucking, like, just his commanding presence made it kneel. It was crazy. Insane. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that wacky aside finally done, that is where we are going to end it here for today. So, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, check out the Discord link in the description down below. Become a member today, and we'll see you all next time for the next episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, where we will continue our vacation, question mark? over here in Tusker and try to find that that master key. So hope to see you guys all then. Catch you later. Bye bye now. Mwah.